Hello everyone. So in this video we will show how we will create relationship between two models in Sequelize, and for that we'll start from an already created project which holds two models, mainly university and student. And what we want to do is to create a one-to-many relationship between university and student, where a university has many students. Um, this code is already on GitHub. We will walk through it a bit. So we have two models. One is a student with a full name and a status, a string and an enumeration, and a university which has only a university name. So the models are pretty simple. We have the Sequelize file where we have our Sequelize initialization, the Sequelize with the database DB, and in the index.js file we have express initialization, the import of the created models, some middleware, and we have a few endpoints already created. One of the most important that it will help you throughout the flow today is the /create endpoint, which creates the database or refreshes the database by dropping the tables. And also we have a get function for universities, post for your university, and get for all the students. So what we want to accomplish in this video is to define the relationship between a university and a student, and to create a post function to add a new student into a university. We have also a Postman collection that you will find on GitHub. This Postman collection helps you by providing all the written endpoints, at least for half of the exercises that you have in this flow. So what we want to do is to start with the create refresh database, which calls the /create endpoint with a get function. And before doing that, I'll start my server with nodemon index.js. This server is started on localhost 3000. Okay, oops, ignore that. So we will call the /create. I'll send the request. I get back a message saying that the database was created with the models. So right now we don't have any data in our database, nor universities or students. So what we want to do first is to use the post function already created to add a university, and we have the post here, create a university. All we have to send in the body is the university name, so it's pretty simple. I'll add here, to be honest, and also add SIG as well. Okay, so now we have two universities. Let's query that because we already have the get on /universities. So as you can see, we have the two universities that we've created. What we want to do now is to add the post method for adding a student into a university. For ease of use, I won't use express router right now. I'll just go with the express initialization. So for app.post on /universities, sorry for the typo, on a university ID /students, we have a sync function with also the next keyword, because we have middleware which help us catch the server errors. What we want to do is to add a try catch block. So in the catch block we will have the middleware that it will catch the errors that we send to it. So next error, and in the try block, what we want to do is to first retrieve the university based on the university ID provided. So we have const university, which is on await because it's an asynchronous operation. University, the name of the model declared, find by primary key, and the primary key provided is the university ID in the path param. So if we find a university based on the ID, we will do something. But first, in the else branch, in the else block, if we don't find a university, we will send a 404 code with the message 404 university not found. Good. And if we find a university, what we want to do is to create a new student. So const student, which is a new student based on the request body that we send. It's like creating a new object in JavaScript, but instead we have the student, which is a model, which in fact it's a JavaScript class, as mentioned. We have the student.university ID because we want to add a university ID like a foreign key. By the university ID, no, like this. So based on the university that we find, we use its ID to add it as a university ID foreign key to the student. We want to student.save to save the data on the student, sorry, and we want to send a 201 status code with the message student created. That's the logic for adding a student, but there is one thing that we forget to add. It's the actual definition of the relationship between the university and the student model. So for that, I'll add here, define the model relationship. For that, on the university, I will declare that it has many students. So basically what I did here is that I've mentioned a one-to-many relationship where a university has many students. Well, I'll save that. We have the logic here as well. Let's go into Postman. I'll query the students. So, oops, I have one error here. Anyway, so I'll use the post function here, where I'll add students to universities. I'll add into the first university, into university with ID 1. I'll add Popescu Dan. What happened here? I think I forgot to create a database. Or if I did, I have to create it again because I didn't declare the relationship before. So I'll refresh the database. I'll create sig for now, and let's see. So I have sig here. The student array is empty. That's okay. So it was my mistake. I had to create the database after I've declared in the code the relationship between models. So we have here the student full name and the student status that we want to add to the university with ID 1. So I'll send this. It says that the student was created. Let's get all the students, and now we have the students here. So this is for creating a new student into a new university and declared a relationship within models. Thank you.